Good evening and welcome to Sports Shorts Monday. I'm Tommy Krysan. Glad to be here. Glad to have you there. Ronnie Rance away from the camera tonight. He's up in Alexandria for the Louisiana Sports Hall of Fame Celebrity Golf Classic. They got their parents' party tonight at Spirits in Alexandria. That'll be a great time. And their golf tournament tomorrow. Hopefully they'll dodge the rain drops. Will be played at Links on the Bayou. As I am on Monday nights, I am at Court Street Cafe in Port Allen. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, Saturday night, steak night. The Sunday brunch is awesome. I just had the barbecued shrimp for dinner. Here we go. A plus. If you like barbecued shrimp, come get them here at Court Street Cafe. It was an A plus. Definitely reordered. Definitely, it was really, really good. All right, a lot happening in the world of sports. I'll fly solo tonight. If you got a question or a comment, fire it in. We'll try to get to it. LSU baseball swept at Georgia. Oh my. Tough to watch, hard to watch. I got some numbers on LSU baseball that are going to blow your mind. We know they're bad. We know they're poor. Georgia was significantly better. We got some numbers that'll really get your attention. And I'm going to echo some comments that Todd Walker made that I've been talking about for a couple of weeks. So LSU baseball, 3 games left, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. They host the Florida Gators at Alex Fox Stadium. Next Tuesday, they'll have a game in the SEC tournament. Opponent to be determined, time to be determined. So we'll get you to all of that. So there, Craig Schilling says, good evening, gent. He didn't go plural. Appreciate that, Craig. All right, let me tell you what else we're going to talk about today. LSU softball team, 16th seed, hosting a regional. That'll get underway this Friday. LSU will play Akron. Virginia Tech and South Alabama will be there. The NFL schedule will drop this Thursday. Some stuff's leaking out. Well, we know the Saints' opponents. We'll find out the schedule, the order. Do they have an international game? Do they have any primetime games? Also, a lot of people cackling about the NFL and all the different streaming services. You're going to have many multiple apps for many months to be able to get some of the NFL games. Some people not real happy with that. This is the week of the PGA Championship, the second of the 4 golfing majors. It'll be at Arana Mink right outside of Philadelphia. The favorite, Scotty Scheffler, quickly followed by Rory McIlroy. We'll be paying attention to the PGA Championship. As I mentioned, the LA Sports Hall of Fame golf tournament is tomorrow. Let's get a couple of other websites up here for you. A couple of golf tournaments coming up next week. The Baton Rouge Rougarou will have their tournament Monday the 18th at the Island Golf and Country Club in Plaquemine, right up the road from here at Court Street Cafe in Port Allen, Monday the 18th. Go to brrougarou.com for complete information on the golf tournament. And you folks over in the Lake Charles area, they'll play at Contraband Bayou Golf Club, part of LeBear's Lake Charles. That'll be Thursday the 21st. That Gumbo Gator golf tournament. So you got your websites on the screen, brrougarou.com, gumbogators.com. Golf tournament info. Get swag, get gear, get merch, get season tickets, see the full schedule. It's all coming quick. June 2nd, the opening of the Texas Collegiate League action. And the Rougarou and Baton Rouge will open on Friday night, the 5th. Major League Baseball rolls on. The New Orleans Pelicans. Yeah, you had the draft lottery the other day. Pelicans weren't in that. They have 1 pick, the 58th pick. There's only 60 picks. The Pelicans need a lot of help. I don't know if they're going to get it with the 58th pick. That saga continues to be a tough deal down there for the New Orleans Pelicans. All right, let's get to LSU baseball. And I'll tell you, I got some numbers. You ready for some numbers? They're going to blow your mind. You got to let these sink in. You know, baseball is a game of numbers. Always has been, always will be. Check this out. I'm going to get it to you. Last season, 2025, LSU in Southeastern Conference games allowed 10 or more runs one time. One time. This season, 2026, they've allowed 10 or more runs against SEC opponents 10 times. Pitching is 16th in the league. Fielding is 14th in the league. Hitting is 8th. We have seen offense here and there, led by a couple of guys. And they're 9-18 on the season. That's the most SEC losses for an LSU team since 1978. 1978 is the last time they lost that many. Okay, and they're 0-12 against Southeastern Conference teams who have a record of 500 or better. Let all that sink in. Pitching's been the problem all year long. Todd Walker was on the call Saturday and Sunday. He was on Sports Shorts Radio with us this past Saturday. He talked about, you got guys throwing 95, 96, quit nibbling, quit trying to pick the corner, throw the ball down the middle of the plate. 95, 96, the percentages are with you. They're going to be out 65% or more of the time. I've said this for weeks. They try to get too cute, 2-0 breaking ball, challenge. I know it's a hitter's count. We all know that, okay? If you got guys throwing 95, 96, just challenge, okay? Because I always said, if you can command your fastball, throw it in, out, and up, elevated, that's like having 3 pitches, in, out, up, okay? And then you throw something breaking or off speed, and it becomes more effective, and that works in the reverse way. But a fastball becomes more effective if you got the good changeup or the good breaking ball. We can beat LSU to death. This has just been a bad year. Call it the post-national championship syndrome. Or as Jay Johnson said, he did a poor job constructing the roster. A lot of guys didn't work out like they hoped they would, and that happens. SEC is the best conference in baseball and softball. We mentioned LSU softball earlier, but it just doesn't work when you have those kind of numbers and guys that can't perform, and other than a few little glimmers and a few little hot streaks, and there have been some good things with the LSU team, sparks here and there, but they're an under 500 team since they started the season off 8-0. So again, they'll play Thursday, Friday, Saturday against the Florida Gators in Baton Rouge. Next Tuesday, the 19th, the SEC tournament starts over in Hoover. LSU will be in it. Opponent to be determined. Time to be determined. That'll happen with depending on what happens this weekend. Of course, Georgia clinched the regular season title for the first time in 2008 with what they did to LSU. They were just so much better than LSU, right? I mean, it was just men with boys. It really was. It was tough to watch, but I did watch it. All right, so we'll move on. We mentioned LSU softball. Coach Beth Torina's team gets into the regional. Tip of the hat to Southeastern and McNeese women who got into the tournament. Southeastern and McNeese ladies in the softball tournament. So that's good for them. SEC softball is just as good as SEC baseball. So we'll keep our eye on that. And, of course, we'll have more Sports Shorts. The next episode will be on Friday morning, and we'll talk more about the PGA Championship. We'll talk more about the softball. All right, this Thursday, the 14th, the NFL schedule will drop. They make a big to-do about it, okay? You'll learn if the Saints have prime time. Do they have any international games? Rumors are they might, but rumors are rumors. And we'll get the full NFL schedule drop this week. Also, as I mentioned earlier, the NFL with all these streaming services, a lot of people are happy. 73% of the people last year said there were times they didn't watch the NFL game because they didn't want to pay for an additional app. That's 73% of whoever they asked. Might not be a great sample size, but it is what it is. All right, I remind you, I am here at Court Street Cafe in Port Allen. Jason and the staff do a super job. Breakfast, lunch, dinner. You need to check it out. Saturday night is steak night. They get their steaks from Tremonti's Meat and Seafood in Baton Rouge. The Sunday brunch is awesome. You definitely want to check that out. I had the barbecue shrimp for dinner tonight. A+. I reorder it tomorrow. A+ on the barbecue shrimp, and everything on the menu is good. Hey, don't forget to like and share this show, whether you're watching on YouTube, Facebook, or X. Every little bit helps us. So do like and share this show, and look for some clips to come out tomorrow from tonight's show on YouTube and Facebook. All right, let's see what else we got here. PGA Championship, second of the 4 golfing majors. PGA used to be played fourth, now it's being played second. Your favorite is defending champ Scotty Scheffler. They're playing at Arana Mink right outside of Philadelphia. They'll play the PGA first round. We'll get underway with the tournament on Thursday. All right, here's a question from Craig. Do you think Coach Yeski, that's the pitching coach, just got comfortable recruiting and Coach Johnson just trusted him with talent evaluation? Well, when you evaluate talent, you're not going to get them all right. You're not always going to get a Paul Skeens. You're not always going to get an Anthony Ianson. I mean, it's not always going to work, but you hope it works more than not. This year, it didn't work more than not. So Coach Yeski's been to Omaha with 4 different teams as a pitching coach. Coach Jay Johnson's been there, 4 or 5 times with 2 titles and a runner-up when he was at Arizona. These guys didn't forget how to coach. They didn't forget how to evaluate talent, but they missed on some guys. all coaches in all sports miss on some players. I mean, you're not going to get every single one of them correct every single year. You know, you bring in these portal guys and you hope they can translate into the SEC. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. You know, I think you're going to see Johnson go with more younger guys. He's been doing that, giving younger guys a lot of chances in the lineup. He wants to see who he maybe can count on next year, who he can continue to develop. So to answer the question, that's where I think that we're at with that. Major League Baseball rolls on. Got a Giants-Dodgers game coming on later tonight. I'll probably watch that. The New Orleans Pelicans in the NBA draft, they're only scheduled to have one pick, and that's the 58th pick. They need a whole lot more help than that. Joe Dumars, Louisiana Sports Hall of Fame member, Natchitoches native, McNeese graduate, got his work cut out with those Pelicans. We'll see if he can get it done. Hey, don't forget to like and share this show. We appreciate that. Let's tell you about, we want to remind you, Sports Shorts Radio this Saturday will be 10 a.m. to 12 noon. ESPN Radio in Baton Rouge, as well as ESPN Southwest Louisiana and Lafayette and Lake Charles. We'll be live from Mr. Carter's Barbershop in Prairieville. With technical difficulties kept us from streaming that show last Saturday, but we will get that. That'll be fixed. Sports Shorts Radio will stream here on Facebook and YouTube Saturdays 10 a.m. until 12 noon. Let's see, we got another comment here. Okay, Sydney says, what changed from earlier? I think Coach pulls pitchers too soon. I agree with that. I've talked about that all year long. Sometimes you get a lot of guy go, let a guy work. Hey, don't forget next Monday, the 18th, the Baton Rouge Rougarou Golf Tournament at the Island Golf and Country Club in Plaquemine. Thursday, the 21st, the Gumbo Gator Golf Tournament, Lake Charles, at Contraband Bayou Golf Course as part of LeBears in Lake Charles. So we want you to get your season tickets, get your merchandise, Rougarou and Gumbo Gators. Heck, we're on May the 11th. That's all going to get going on June the 2nd. All right, let's see what other few things we got to tell you about here. Again, Sports Shorts Monday tonight from Court Street Cafe. Friday morning, it'll be Sports Shorts Friday at 9 a.m. from Tremonti's Meat and Seafood in Baton Rouge. That'll be the next episode. We hope that you'll join us. And once again, don't forget to stop at Court Street Cafe in Port Allen. Breakfast, lunch, dinner. Saturday night is steak night. Sunday brunch is awesome. They get their steaks from Tremonti's Meat and Seafood, so you know you can't go wrong there. Jason and the staff do a super job. Like and share this show, no matter whether you're watching on YouTube, Facebook, or X. It'll help us out. It'll help Court Street Cafe, Tremonti's, all the good people. And don't forget, boiled crawfish, Tuesday special at Tremonti's tomorrow. Tuesday, 3 p.m., hot out the pot. You can't beat the price at Tremonti's Meat and Seafood. They can cater your crawfish boil, large or small. Like and share this show. Ronnie will be back with us on Friday for the next episode of Sports Shorts Friday. Until then, stay dry. Got a lot of rain rolling through South Louisiana. And look for the clips that we'll put up throughout the day on Tuesday on Facebook and YouTube. I'm Tommy Chrysan. Have a great day, everyone.